Hello, hello, hello. I'm Alex. I'm the devil's advocate. I talk about movies, music, TV, video games, and politics over here on this space. Today is American Wasp Day. Deter will be here shortly. He is on a important phone call. Um, so yeah, I'm here, and you got to deal with me yet again because I'm back, baby. I'm back from vacation, and I could not stop thinking about being on camera and talking about stuff. So let's get started right away. I have a little topic that I can do on my own, and then save the rest for Dieter. This is just a little fun for me, okay? Because I have been sick and tired of seeing this fuck show up everywhere. And he is thankfully, I'm sure funded by someone, by some benefactor, much like the WNBA harassers, the two failed NBA players who are like, oh, we're going to go submit to be drafted by the WNBA because now we identify as women. They're fucking trying to pull a South Park from 10 years ago joke about like Macho Man. Actually, even before that, Caitlyn Jenner joke. But like, this guy is Jake Lang, who I'm talking about. And Jake Lang's an asshole. Okay? An asshole white supremacist douche who was hosting a protest in Minneapolis. And this happened. A counter protester dressed as Spider-Man punched him in the face. Okay, and I wrote on Twitter, superheroes rose in popularity in the late 30s and early 40s. This is because they fought corporate goons, corrupt politicians, and Nazi sympathizers. Almost 90 years later, we are once again in an age where we look to heroes. I forgot to write two. Look to heroes because the same forces are uniting to oppress us. This is something that is no news to me. It should be no news to a lot of you. But yes, the rise of superheroes coincided with the rise of fascism and the rise of the mafia, the rise of just unbridled corruption in government, post-Reconstruction, and this idea of no one's going to stop us. So two Jews from Brooklyn created Superman. And we're like, well, Superman can stop you because he can't be shot. He can't be negotiated with. He can't be stopped. And he will bring you to justice. If you can't get Capone, if you can't get Hitler, if you can't get, politicians out of office because they're double dealing, whatever it is, insider trading, Superman can find it. Superman can find the evidence. He can go into the office. No one can stop him. He can grab you. And then came Batman, a little darker, a little less kind than Superman. Now, both of them didn't really have any qualms about killing initially. Actually, I don't know about Superman. I'm pretty sure Superman also didn't give a fuck. But straight up, there are covers of Batman where they're like firing machine guns at Nazis, okay? So it is not a new thing. And yeah, man, I mean, this is just old school pulp kind of stuff happening in real life. This was the photo that got big from it. Oh my God. Can I please just pull up a photo and not have it be a whole fucking thing? Whatever, dude. This is the photo that people are saying is going to land in the history books. It's even got like part of the sign that says the N-word on it. It's got the white cross, the glasses coming off the face. Just beautiful. Just beautiful. And while we don't advocate for violence here, is it violence to attack a Nazi? I don't know. I think every politician should be asked that question. Is it okay to punch a Nazi? I remember that being a debate years ago around the when Richard Spencer got punched in the face. But if there was any question on allegiances, Star Tribune reveals days of communication between Jake Lang's team and Minneapolis police. Minnesota Star Tribune reviewed dozens of messages showing several days of coordination between far-right agitator Jake Lang's security team and Metropolis Minneapolis Police Department Lieutenant Deaton Dubach before Saturday's rally. Lang's team sent police its planned route, detailed itinerary, staging photos, and information about all three vehicles. When it sent a photo of four men wearing ballistic helmets and vests, Dubach replied, "You guys are looking ready," with a fist bump emoji. Later messages add more important context. Dubach told the group it could not receive special treatment, the laws could not be broken, that its members would be asked to move along like everyone else, and that driving on the sidewalk was illegal. MPD says it never authorized the vehicles to use the sidewalk. Still, the extent and tone of the coordination deserves scrutiny, especially because prosecutors later cited those communications while explaining why felony riot charges would not be proven or could not be proven. So, yeah, the cops are in league with the Nazis. No surprise. No surprise. Dozens of text messages. This is all kind of written out here. Inside barricades, please copy. They said, I was advised to share with you that the police can't give special treatment to anyone, including this event. Stay safe and keep me posted. Literally, like, nudge, nudge. We can't give you special treatment, but like, whose side you're on. And yeah, I just wanted to give a little update on Jake Lang, because he's an asshole and I hate him. I don't know how I'm getting a phone call from Twitter? ? That's weird. But yeah, man, Jake Lang sucks. And I hope his funding dries up. I don't know where it's coming from. I would guess Peter Thiel, but that's just my guess for everybody. And I hope they fucking go away, man. I hope they go away. It's not fucking cool. It's not fucking cool. It's not funny. And god damn it, it's fucking frustrating. Anyways, that's that segment. Let's bring up the host of the show, Mr. D. What's going on?
How are you? Thank you for holding down the fort, dealing with a lot right now. Appreciate it. For those of you that don't know, I lost my mother 2 days ago after a long battle with some sort of movement disorder that science has not yet labeled, but it's very similar to MS. Yeah, it's very similar to MS, but the pace is really fast. So she went pretty quick. She wasn't able to talk for the last 3 years, wasn't able to take care of herself for the last 6 years. So it was pretty rough. But that's all by way of saying it was a good thing that she passed. It was one of those types of deaths where she is now finally free of all of that restraint and that discomfort, because she was not happy. As far as I am, like, people have asked me, oh, how are you? And because of the way she went, it's very matter of fact for me. Like, this is, a long time coming, and I felt so sorry for her for the last few years. That it's like, I haven't cried a drop, really. I did talk in my sleep
3 years ago.
Yeah, exactly. I did talk in my sleep a little bit the other night, according to my wife. So that was interesting. My subconscious is aware that my creator has passed. Interesting. Yeah, isn't that interesting?
Yeah.
But it's a mixed bag for those of you who know my channel and have watched my Who Are MAGA series, Bible Beaters. I did 3 episodes, and they were very much inspired by my relationship with her. She was also featured a lot in the second essay, where I talk about where I come from, do the empathetic arithmetic on myself. Big personality, lots of she had 2 sides to her. She had the public side, which was nice and kind and listened and cared, and couldn't help but insert her religion into almost everything, right? But then there was kind of the private side, the darker side, the side that really resented that she was, as a Southerner, had to raise her kids in the Northeast, in the capital of American liberalism, and have kids that ended up being nothing like her, and that hurt her a lot. So, but that's that's her shit. Like that was her choice, was to be hurt by that, instead of having an attitude of, oh I can't wait to see what my kids end up becoming. It was like, oh, I'm gonna be disappointed if they don't end up becoming a certain thing. So mixed feelings, but overall, thank you for all of those of you, all the messages that I've received on social media. I really appreciate it. All the love has been great. But she was a baby boomer conservative capitalist and a Bible beater at that. So it's and kind of a Confederate flag waver too. So it's tough to. It's like it. With all that said, she is at the core of my rhetorical ethos, which means, for those of you who don't know what rhetorical ethos means, it basically means, why should I listen to this person? Why should I listen to this person talk about this given thing? And so my knowledge and understanding of the culture of conservatism starts with my relationship with her. A lot of it was studying and stuff after that, and living in the South and so forth, and meeting different kinds of conservatives over the course of my life. But the impetus to understand the psychology of conservatism started with her. Yeah. So cheers to Maldal, Mama McBizness, for all your thoughts and prayers. Thank you for being here and being yourself.
Yeah, man. It's always hard, no matter what. I don't have a good relationship with my parents, even though I still live in their house. Especially my mom. I might have similar feelings, or less than you, when she finally goes, I mean, dude, we just lost Dolly fucking Parton and Tim Curry in a matter of 2 days. They're both 80. My mom is older than both of them.
Yeah.
She's hanging on like a fucking cockroach.
Yeah.
Now there's another, they say it comes in threes, and there's another 80-year-old that we know about, and he's sitting in fucking, what is it, 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue? Yeah. So, fingers crossed, knock wood. But yeah, man, sorry to hear about that, but I got some fun stuff for us to talk about.
Yeah, let's do it.
You want to do Abdul first, or you want to do Hakeem first?
Hakeem, for sure.
All right, let's do Hakeem. Let me put the time code in.
By
the way, any This Space folks watching, maybe we have a channel in the Discord that is clips and timestamps. That makes it a lot easier for our lovely editor, Jet and Nick, and our producers behind the scenes to cut clips for us that they do out of the kindness of their own hearts. So please use that, because I have not been, and I didn't know until Jet let me know. But anyways, Hakeem Jeffries. So Hakeem Jeffries.
Or are you doing just the video that everyone's seeing, the one with the stupid
I'm doing
green
a couple.
Yankee hat?
I'm doing a couple.
Oh, you got a couple. Okay.
I'm doing a couple. He's
like a DJ.
Went to meet with Jared Kushner.
Yes.
And everyone was like criticizing him for that. And I just actually watched, before hopping on here, Jamel Bowie, journalist. He's been putting out these videos on YouTube, kind of taking a page out of like FD Signifier or Olayemi's book, where it's like, I'm not going to get into fucking Twitter battles anymore. I'm just going to put my thoughts on YouTube, and there it is.
Way to go.
And, I think it's a good idea.
That's the healthiest way for some people, yeah.
And he was talking about a concept I can't remember the name of, but where you look at something and you try to imagine the best possible reason for them doing that. And he was going, well, Hakeem is looking to, hey, we're probably going to win the midterms, at least the House, and we have to come to some agreements on budget and whatnot. All that aside, you should be just looking to fight them. And another video he put out, what Democrats can learn from Mitch McConnell: stymie them at every fucking turn. Do not let them get a single thing passed. And yeah, it's gonna hurt, but watch my Andor reviews to see how I think about that. So Hakeem Jeffries, this man right here, this is my favorite picture of him because it's so emblematic of his attitude. He tries to look tough and ends up looking like a child. And here's yet another moment where he looks like a fucking little kid in a giant oversized hat.
He's a disgrace.
He's a fucking disgrace. I wish I could. Is there a way to speed up? There is, because he takes so many pauses in this. I'm going to put it on 1.5 speed.
What we have to do here in Brooklyn is bring our people together to talk about what solutions make the most sense. And then we are done talking about them. Then we will talk some more and talk some more and talk.
And we'll never
more,
actually mention what
never
the solutions
actually
are.
do shit.
What's up, y'all? Just finished up an event here in the community in Brooklyn. I want to give you a little real talk on this Jared Kushner situation.
Real talk.
A little real talk.
Real talk.
That's the meeting
from the streets.
And I took it to discuss the affordability crisis that exists that is not a hoax.
Yeah, because, oh my God.
At the same period of
By
time,
the way, 1.5 speed. Those pauses are way longer. Way longer.
I shouldn't have to say it, but I am. No one is going to get a pass. We're going to hold every single member of the Trump cartel accountable.
Pause it there.
There you are.
How? What are you going to do? Are you going to prosecute them? Are you going to subpoena them? Are you going to put them in jail? We're going to threaten them. We're going to hold them accountable. But we're going to write letters or whatever the fuck. Like, he didn't say anything specific.
Beginning on day one.
Oh, day one. I love that.
Stealing from the American people, shortchanging the American people, or screwing over the American people, you're going to be held accountable. We're going to follow the facts, apply the law, and be guided by the Constitution. Beginning on day one, and hold the crooks accountable.
He's just not a smart person.
And that's what we've done as House Democrats. From the beginning of this Congress, battle the Trump administration on tariffs, battle them on Medicaid, battle them on Epstein.
Okay, so the tariffs, let's go through the line here. You battle the Trump administration on tariffs. He's still doing tariffs.
Administration on tariffs, battle them on Medicaid.
Medicaid, gutted, right? Also, you're not for not Medicaid for all. It's Medicare for all, but either one, both
doesn't matter.
Getting gutted.
Battle them on Epstein.
What happened with that?
Yeah, what happened with that?
Are the files out? Or is anybody being prosecuted? Todd Blanche says no one will be named or prosecuted.
Didn't Ro Khanna broker that deal that they did make?
Ro Khanna did it with Thomas
not
Massey.
Right. Not you.
Battle them on nutritional assistance.
Also,
no.
Trump keeps touting, we got all these people off of food stamps. Not they found jobs and they're making money, so they don't need them anymore. We just kicked them the fuck off.
Right. Yeah.
Battle them on the Affordable Care Act.
That's the only thing that's like hanging in there, just because they still, after 14 years longer,
it's pathetic. But
they couldn't think of an alternative because their alternative is fuck you, go die.
The ACA is a Band-Aid for a fucking gash wound. Okay?
It's Mitt Romney.
It's Heritage Foundation. Everybody knows this who's probably listening to this. Battle them on the ACA. Go ahead and finish this, asshole.
Battle them on the reckless war of choice in Iran.
Battle them at the reckless war of choice in Iran. No, you didn't. You said it was great that the Ayatollah was killed. You said it's great. They just should have asked us first. That's all their criticism was.
But he's just he's a useful idiot. He's a useful idiot. That's what he is. And I don't know how the hell he became, I don't know how he got to this position.
Because
he's got to go. He cannot be speaker.
I agree.
This guy cannot be speaker. If he's speaker, we're not going to get shit done. It's going to be more. It's going to be incrementalism at best.
ICE funding also didn't change at all.
Funding and battle them on the unprecedented corruption unleashed on the American people. And we've delivered results. Pam Bondi is gone.
Oh God.
Kristi Noem is gone
because of you.
Yeah. What do you mean? Trump got rid of him because he hates women. What are you talking about? Pete Hegseth is still there. Greg Vivino was. You could have also said
Doesn't
Greg
matter. It
Vivino.
doesn't matter, dude. This is the party that lost to Trump in 2024.
Yeah, man.
Okay, this is still you're still holding that around your neck, homie. Like
Just
you're never gonna
getting
live that down.
started.
Yeah.
At the same period of time, the affordability crisis in this country is very real. It needs to be dealt with. I hear about it every day
How?
in a community in Brooklyn and all across the country, wherever I may be. People are drowning in this failed economy and are demanding action. We have a responsibility to deal with the fact that life is too expensive. Far too many people are stressed the F out when it's time to go to
The F out. You can't even say fuck, dude. I'm not. We don't even need to finish it. All right.
No, but he really
So-
is stupid. He really is stupid.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
he's,
Now
he's biracial, right?
I don't know.
I think he is. I think he's half black, half white. So you got to call him out, man. That's your obligation.
Look,
That's on you.
I'll tell you this.
That's on
Years
you.
ago.
This one's specific to Hakeem Jeffries. Hakeem Jeffries is all yours, brother.
Let's find
Go to
out.
work.
Let's find out. I don't claim him. Marlon
Pretty sure.
Jeffries, father. Okay, very black.
Yeah, Marlon, you would expect to be black, yes.
And then Lanita.
Lanita sounds black too.
That sounds black too. No, he's just light skinned. He's just light skinned.
okay.
He's not one of us. He's
No.
not even like Drake. Me and Drake are half and half. But anyways, this was posted by Austerity is Theft. I saw this. This is in 2013. Jared Kushner donated to the Cory Booker for Senate through the Kushner Company's account multiple times. March of 2013, June, and who knows how long this is. Who knows how many years this has been going on. Now, I'll tell you where I was in 2013. 2013, I was working as a data entry guy at a very, very small group that was, it's hard to explain what they did. I asked the boss several times. He was like, "We are a union radio show." And I'm like, "Okay, but what union?" And he's like, "Just union generally." All right. He had on Hakeem Jeffries when he was running for Senate and was endorsing him. "Hey, you're going to be great, blah, blah, blah." And I didn't know any better at the time. I'm like, okay, this is kind of cool. Like, hey, you're kind of close to politicians, whatever. I think Hakeem Jeffries, especially 2013, really just has been coasting on his Obama impression.
Yeah.
It's his cadence. It's the way he moves his hands. It's the fact that he is a light-skinned black guy.
He's also from Brooklyn.
It's from Brooklyn. It's simply the aesthetics, especially for the large swath of liberal people in the country who are just like, "Oh, you kind of look the same and you're kind of sounding and moving your hands similarly. You must be great like him."
I think people are waking up to how bad he is.
This
Hurts him. This hurts him.
Yes.
This more than his. But yeah, I mean, he's the kind of guy that, I'm sorry, if you can't see through Hakeem Jeffries when he's communicating as a complete hack, if you can't see that he is dumb for a reason, and that's what I mean, a useful idiot, then you are not a good judge of people.
Yeah.
You are not a good. If you can't see that on your own, you have a lot of work to do with respect to understanding people's talent
and their motivations and interests. Yeah.
Yeah.
Talent. You're right. Now, sometimes you get fooled, and we all happens to all of us. I famously, there's fucking 7 people watching. Famously on this space, the national network. Now, we are building it out, so don't get it twisted. We are gonna fucking be there. But yeah, I was like, "Hey, Graham Plattner, sounds great. I like the way he's talking. I like the policies putting forth. I don't understand how bad Blackwater is. I don't really care about fucking Reddit posts. People change, blah, blah, blah. Oh, shit. Bad fucking egg." So my bet. In 2020, before I was making any kind of fucking like YouTube videos or anything, I was like, oh shit, Tulsi Gabbard and Andrew Yang, they sound like Bernie. They're Bernie people. So now instead of just Bernie running in the primary, you got 3 of them. That's great. And then Andrew Yang just wants to sell books and shit, and Tulsi wants to just gain power wherever she can. Also, Tulsi was expelled or kicked out or like demoted or something in the Trump administration. So that's another woman that he got rid of. But yeah, Hakeem Jeffries, you should think of this. I'm pretending to stand up for something. I'm pretending to fight, but I really am just a little kid with a baseball bat saying, don't, please, stop. And here he is, after all this, on with CNN's The Wolf.
Blitzer. Oh, Jesus.
The Wolf himself, who I don't think has changed where he's been standing. I imagine Wolf Blitzer just stands in one spot and just
his entire life
has that voice and doesn't move. It's just a robot. That's my conspiracy theory.
I can't believe he's still doing it.
Me too. I'm like, how old is he? 80,000 years old?
Yeah, he's got to be really old.
Is he going to be the third? But here he is with Wolf Blitzer.
Leader Jeffries, you issued a statement yesterday slamming what you called the malicious claim that American Jews are inviting violence against themselves as, quote, dangerous and anti-Semitic. Was that in reference to far-left influencer Hassan Piker and his recent very controversial comments?
So no questions about Jared Kushner, what you were doing there, what the fuck you have to deal with. Are you going to get a slice of that island that he's trying to get from Albania? You're going to get a condo on the dead bodies of Palestinians? No. We're talking about fucking streamers again. This is like, remember years ago, CNN, there was the fucking plane, the Malaysia plane that like disappeared. Yeah. And CNN had wall-to-wall coverage for like weeks and months. Sure. It's because of the profit motive of the fucking news, okay? They shouldn't have ads. It should be publicly owned or nationally owned, or I don't want state media, but like,
well, there used to be a lot more rules.
There's fucking rules, dude. The fairness doctrine, right? That's the thing in the 80s that Reagan got rid of.
Right, and then there was the Telecom Act by Clinton.
And the Telecom Act. But like, this shit is fucking embarrassing. Well, let's see what he has to say.
Yes, those comments were dangerous, malicious, and anti-Semitic, and should not be tolerated by anyone.
The anti-Zionist Jews in my community.
This is what Hassan actually said.
A very tough job ahead of you. Well, you have to go back to your communities, try to get your elderly relatives to understand this connection between Israel and Zionism that is expressed over and over again through a lot of these Jewish institutions is teaching people the idea that Jews are monolithic. And this is a dangerous mode of propaganda. Because
now, we don't have to finish the whole clip, but like, again, Hakeem Jeffries is busy talking about a fucking streamer while he claims there's all these issues. The rampant corruption, fucking affordability, the war on Iran. People, he didn't bring up data centers. I wonder why.
But he gets asked about Hassan Piker. He gets led right into it.
He gets led right into it.
CNN leads him right into it.
Of course.
And they have chosen Hassan to be the lightning rod. There are other people they could go after. They could go after Kalinsky. They could go after. Vosh probably isn't big enough.
Well, I mean, look, dude, they can go after a lot of people. Okay, but they don't want to because they want to focus it on one person and they want to like break him. They also want
to make him radioactive. They want to make him radioactive so that everything he touches becomes contaminated. Right. And it's annoying to see Abdul hedge his bet with Hassan.
Yes.
It's I wanted to bring that up strong. Too. Like the message I have to everybody running for office on the left is just stay true to yourself. I know it sounds cliche and maybe a little cheesy, but don't worry about people telling you, "Oh, is this going to be popular? Is this going to be popular?" Just do it your way and let the chips fall where they may. And that's called having balls. You know, and women can have balls too, but that's what it's really about is just saying, "Fuck it. I'm going to do what I want. I'm going to do what I think is right." and regardless
Word.
of when I win or lose, you know.
Exactly. And Hakeem, look, I am not thrilled with a lot of these progressive candidates being asked about Hakeem Jeffries. We're like, yeah, sure, I still support him, including my mayor, which, like, dude, you have nothing to do with Congress. You purposefully didn't endorse any Congress people in this last election cycle. He endorsed Congress people. AOC endorsed the city council, the state senate people. They kind of swapped. That was smart. You should not, any question you get about Hakeem Jeffries, I don't care about Hakeem Jeffries. I'm trying to help people. That's Congress's business.
Right.
I'm trying to help people here in the city. He's so good at it. Why is he saying it? Now, my best faith interpretation is he's trying not to start a fight.
Yes.
He's like, also maybe the strategy is let him become speaker. Let him become speaker and fucking be miserable at it. Have the fucking base erupt big to replace him, withdraw him, and then, okay, we'll withdraw him. We'll get him out like Kevin McCarthy was. We'll replace him with somebody you like. Like, I think they tried Matt Gaetz, but that didn't work. But we'll actually do it better. I don't know what the fucking strategy is.
I don't either.
But Hakeem needs to be fucking gone, dude.
It's that simple. I mean, addition by subtraction, and there's that whole, that's the cliche, one bad apple spoils the bunch. Well,
Yeah.
The answer to that cliche is another cliche, addition by subtraction, right? You take the bad apple out, the bushel's not so bad. Like, come on, guys. It's not complicated. It's all institutions and organizations come down to people. And the establishment Democratic Party is now being led by losers and pussies and incompetents.
Yeah. So, that's a good transition. We're going to use Hassan as a transition to talking about Abdul. Abdul put out this statement. I don't know. What was this? 2 days ago, before his appearance on Jesse Waters, which we will talk about in detail. But my statement on Hassan Piker's comments regarding Jeremy Moss. So, first of all, as a Jew, he's right. Yes, Israel is making anti-Semitism more prevalent throughout the world right now due to their actions by intrinsically trying to, the propaganda of tying Judaism to the state of Israel, which has only existed since 1940 something. What year was it? 1947? 8?
Yeah, that's right.
But like, I have no fucking ties to Israel. I've been invited on Birthright when I was in high school, and I was like, nah. And my friend Bobby was like, yeah, dude, come. You should come. It'd be fun. Like, your mom's Jewish, so you're Jewish. And I'm like, well, my dad's Christian, so kind of cancels each other out. Like, doesn't fucking, like, I don't like being told what I am, man. I really fucking no. I am half black, half white, half Christian, half Jewish. That's why I say it like that, because fucking religion is not goddamn inherited. It's an ideology. It's a fucking thought. You cannot inherit a thought. You can change your mind later. Like, goddamn, dude. But yeah, so what Hassan said there in the last segment, which if this was cut up in a clip, said, yeah, Israel is making Jews unsafe around the world. And this Jeremy Moss guy went like in a leaked phone call, said, I am more loyal to Israel because that is my homeland as a Jew, and in America we have been persecuted. So yes, I am more loyal to Israel. Literally, the dual loyalty, like anti-Semitic smear that's been used for decades against Jews in this country, this guy is literally being like, yeah, no, that actually applies to me then. So Hassan pointed that out. And Abdul, unfortunately, has some bad advisors around him, and put out this statement. He says, I believe all Americans deserve the right to advocate for what they believe without fear of violence. This is particularly true for communities that have been intimidated for their beliefs in the past. My commitment to Jewish safety is the same as my commitment to the safety of my own daughters. Anti-Semitism is a scourge, and we need to address it in all its forms. And I stand against any rhetoric that puts the community at risk. I want to be crystal clear. Nobody speaks for this campaign besides me and my campaign spokespeople. And while politicians and pundits try to make this race about a Twitch streamer, we're going to be talking about gas, groceries, good schools, and healthcare. Because that's what Michiganders keep asking about. That's why I'm fighting to get money out of politics, money in your pocket, Medicare for all. He should have not fucking said anything.
Yeah.
If he's asked about it, I don't know why you're asking me about what Hassan says. Me and him are not best friends. I appreciate
Right.
helping galvanize young people into the Democratic Party. Bah, 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 bah. But
this is where
this is
I
bullshit.
would love to be. This is where I would love to be the coach and teach y'all people of color a little something about entitlement.
Oh, you don't need to teach me. I got plenty of entitlement, boy.
But seriously, but that's what you're saying though, is that he has the attitude with the media of, instead of being defensive, being like, no, I'm not on your time.
Yeah, you're on
my time. Mm-hmm. And you're always gonna be on my time.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna be propositioned, because, like, dude, questions can be like daggers. Like, if you ask a certain question a kind of way and make someone look like an ass, like, don't you denounce, like for example, does Israel have a right to exist? How often do you hear, like, such a provocative question? And my answer right now is not as it exists today.
Sure.
Right?
Sure.
Like, if you had asked me that question 40 years ago, I would have said, yeah, absolutely. But with the way they're acting now, I don't know. Like, you turn it back on them and you put them off balance.
Yeah, exactly, so, Chuck. Quoting Watchmen, I'm not locked in here with you. You're locked in here with me.
Locked in here with me. Yeah, that's a good quote. That's a great quote.
And shout out Palky, who friend of the channel, possibly new host, contributor. Palky is on top of it, responding to Abdul. Hassan did not say anything wrong, nor did he call for violence. This kind of statement won't help. Please stop giving these people a single inch. They don't play by their own rules, which is true. Correct. But he did do exactly what you're talking about in this interview with Jesse Waters. I have a ton of clips from this. We don't have to watch all of them, but they're pretty fun.
I haven't seen it, so.
Okay, well, then we do have to watch all of them because this is pretty great. So here we go. This is a question. What does he say here? He's talking about Mike Rogers, his opponent.
You know what the issue is in America, in Michigan? What? The issue that people are worried about is not that somehow somebody's going to come and push Sharia law on them. The issue in Michigan is people are worried about how they're going to afford their gas. The issue in Michigan is, how am I going to see a doctor when I get sick? How am I going to keep my job? You're out here, honestly, you guys love to play this culture war game. Where you use these words that sound really foreign to avoid actually having to talk about the issues that everyday people like to talk about. Now, look, Mike Rogers is the guy I'm running against for U.S. Senate. And I know that you've had him on your show. Maybe he answers questions. I don't know if he does.
I've actually never had him on.
Only, but look, you haven't. So he's ducking your show, too, because he's ducking. Look, can we all agree? Like,
I haven't
Jesse,
invited him on.
We're going to have a debate, right? Can we all agree that Mike Rogers is a beta? Can we all agree with that?
I haven't even had him on.
To come on your show because he's afraid of getting grilled. You know what the...
Like, he's using their own rhetoric against them. And he's getting Jesse, who, dude, I want to also point out this fact. Jesse Waters. I've never seen Jesse Waters, like, have a hostile interview with anyone of substance. It's always been, like, random activist or someone who they get on the show that the producers know he can yell over and, like, look tough against. Much like Hannity, But in the past, this would be Tucker Carlson. And that would be a tougher interview because Tucker is tricksy, okay? But Waters doesn't know what the fuck he's doing. He's trying to imitate Hannity, and that's not a good thing to imitate. So he's not doing well here.
Waters is such a douchebag. I don't know how he hasn't gotten a bottle broken over his head in a New York nightclub. Like,
Bro, I don't know, man. I don't know. I assume they all just go directly from the office to their home.
Yeah,
they're not gonna walk.
Yeah, they don't really hang around in Manhattan. Fox News
but yeah,
crowd.
so the next clip I have is about the right wing's favorite topic, other than Hassan Piker, trans people.
Yeah, good. Thank God.
Yeah, we gotta stop these crazy trans people from taking over the world because there's so many of them.
The idea that the government shouldn't tell you what kind of health care you should have. I just think the government shouldn't tell you what kind of health care you should have. And if you're a minor,
You want to try on kids?
Parent. Now, if you disagree with that, if you disagree that healthcare decisions need to be made by a doctor and their parents and a patient, then we think we agree to disagree. But you want to put government inside.
So Abdul, you're a doctor, right?
Selectively. I am.
So you think it's okay for a parent to slash his kid's ding-a-ling off?
Okay, I'm gonna let you sit with what he just said on national news for a second. You think it's okay for a parent to slash their kid's ding-a-ling off? Now, yesterday I reacted to a clip of ContraPoints. It's actually clipped out on the channel. Again, thank you very much, Jet. You can go watch that. She brings it back to like philosophy and like the origins of liberalism in general and how it had to do with like men fearing being castrated. I think men fearing being castrated or cucked in this day and age is kind of the entire Republican movement. I mean, it's also what the impetus was during the KKK time period, post-Reconstruction. Like, oh my God, their dicks are so big, all our women are gonna fucking leave us. Blah, blah, blah. It truly is. I watched when I was on vacation. I watched The Ladies Man. Do you remember that movie with Tim Meadows? Yeah. That is the plot of that movie. He is like banging married women, and then all the husbands like gather together and plot to find him and kill him. And that is the ethos of the Republican movement in this country. But so he just asked about, you want to let people slice ding-a-lings. And here's his response.
You think that's okay?
I mean, do you really want to have this conversation? Are you circumcised?
Yes, Chucky.
Oh, God.
Yeah, but I mean, that's a
Jesse, are you?
personal question.
Okay.
Doctor.
So you probably should want to move on.
And circumcision's different than castration.
I think it's a problem. It's a problem that you think that you get to decide what happens between a parent, a doctor, and a patient. And I'm just saying that, yes, circumcision is surgery on a kid's ding-a-ling. So if you really want to bring that up, you can. I just think you guys are really selective about how you want to talk about these things.
Abdul, Michigan's not going for that. That is sick stuff.
You would know, Jesse.
Yeah.
Jesse's in the know, man. Jesse Waters is in touch with America. He has got the finger on the pulse of the American public. Let me tell you, in all major metropolitan and suburban areas.
Now, maybe a better answer would be like, this is a private healthcare. It's also young people under 18 aren't getting surgeries. The most extreme cases after years and years of therapy and counseling is maybe people getting top surgery, maybe under 18. Very rare. But like, this is also kind of effective.
If more people knew that, I think they wouldn't have as much of an issue with it. So there's something about being 18 years old and it's so funny because do you know when adolescence actually ends? When you act
25.
How old? 24, yeah.
Yeah.
24 is the last year, yeah. So you're right, 25, yeah.
That's when your brain stops developing or like settles.
Yeah.
So yeah, here's the next clip. This is it's a pretty good one about billionaires, right? So he wants to tax billionaires. Jesse Waters is against that. And here's Abdul kind of running circles around him on this question.
What are you going to do with more money? I mean, whatever I want.
I mean, Jesse, I don't know how much you make.
Look, not a billion.
I think I'd rather have. Well, yeah, look, so that's exactly it, right? The question ultimately is, do you want to drive on good roads or would you rather have a billionaire make a second billion? That's what Mike Rogers wants. That's what Donald Trump wants. Apparently, that's what you want. I think the people in Michigan want something different. They want good roads and good schools.
So you're saying Beyonce, who just became a billionaire, she has to break you off something every year? She has to pay the politicians.
It's not me.
The government.
It's the American public.
You're
Beyonce,
the one that wants the money
to be able to contribute back to the public schools.
He's so cheap.
She went to.
He's so bad, dude. He's so bad. Jesse Waters works in one context the context he was originally on Fox for, which was being the young sidekick to Bill O'Reilly. He would go out on the man on the street interviews.
Yes, I
called
remember.
Waters World. Yeah. And then come back into the studio. Bill would be like, so Jesse, tell me what the kids are up to. Wow, that was a wacky, zany clip that you just put together. Thank you so much for that. And explain to Bill what the kids are into. And Bill would be the curmudgeon and be like, oh, I don't understand. This is wacky to me, blah, blah, blah. That's how it worked. Then Bill got fired from Fox. And Jesse stayed around, floated around. Okay, he's a host on the 5. He's doing this. He's doing after Eric Bowling also got fired. He's a host on the 5, and he has his own show. Jesse Water. They named it Waters.
Right?
But like, it was not prime time, and he was doing his shtick. He's trying. Everything he says, his entire tone, always is like, I could be joking or not. Kind of like Gutfeld. Honestly, and it doesn't work if you're trying to have him be like the main primetime guy.
So there's a little bit of a bro quality to Jesse Waters. That's obvious. Is the bad bro. I'm the good bro. He's the bad bro. The bad bros do this thing where they act as if something is so obvious that you'd have to be an idiot to disagree with it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what Jesse Waters just did there. Of like, well, you want the money of paying politicians, like those taxes. So now we're paying. What are you talking about? This is about tax revenue for the government to pay its bills. Like,
you're the one asking for the money,
right? Yeah, exactly. It's like, well, the government.
I'm not asking it for so I can have it,
right? So yeah, just like it's bad faith. It's bad faith argument.
Yeah, and I think again, even some Fox viewers are going to be like, Jesse, you know, he's not asking Beyonce to hand him money.
Yeah, but they still see. But back to the thing that we were saying about Akeem Jeffries, it's even worse with Jesse Waters, where if you can't look and listen to Jesse Waters and come to the conclusion on your own that this guy's a piece of shit, then are you ever gonna get there? Like, are you ever?
You're probably a piece of shit.
Or you're just relationally handicapped. Like it's like I'm trying, it's like trying to play chess with someone that only knows how to play checkers. It's like
only knows how to play fucking baseball or something.
Right. So, if you can't do that natural personality evaluation, like with some of these freaks, like Kristi Noem was the same way. Pam Bondi was the same way. Like, what the hell? How can you look and listen to these people and think that they give a shit about making government work better for you?
And let me also point out, this is the only place this happens, right? Like, we know a Democrat going on Fox News is going to be a hostile interview.
Yes.
Nowhere else is that true. A Republican going on CNN, a Republican going on MSNBC, they used to think it was hostile, where it was seen as, oh, this is going to be tough when Trump has to sit down with NBC and blah, blah. Like, no, it's not. They're as deferential to him as possible. It's nuts. There should be an aggressive, dude, my fantasy, I'm locking the fucking doors. Your security's outside. Hey, you're not leaving this fucking room until I get answers to all these questions that I fucking have.
Yeah.
Sorry, surprise. Ashton Kutcher prank show. You're locked in here, bitch. But let's continue and see how he answers this question about billionaires and taxes.
I think she'd be happy to invest in good roads in her community. I think she'd be happy to pay a little bit more so that everybody had a little bit more.
You're reaching a little deep into the pockets.
Who cares how she feels?
On your channel, Jesse. That's a crazy thing. I thought you were for. I'm just saying. Look, at the end of the day, I thought you were for the everyday man. Like, if you're for billionaires more than you're for every other person, well, you and I are just going to disagree.
No, I just think I have the right to the fruits of my own labor. That's America. It's not communists that you're talking about.
No, the problem.
Let me ask you about socialized health care.
Billionaires don't make money. Let me just answer the question.
Sure.
No. Let me go back to that.
Go ahead.
Billionaires don't make their money off of their labor. That, I think, is where you head off. Billionaires
make their money off their money.
So if you have $1 billion, your billion makes another 100 million. That's not the fruits of your labor. That's just the fruits of your money making money. I think it's okay. Like if we tax you at 7%, you're still gonna make what, a cool $30 million off your $1 billion. I think it's okay. They're gonna be okay, Jesse.
Yeah, I just don't like the idea of politicians like you capping how much money people make in America. That's just me. We can have the voters in Michigan decide.
We're not capping anything. That's not another bad faith moment from Jesse Waters. But what do you expect?
But also, like, if you watch this whole interview, did I freeze? No,
no, not me.
If you watch this whole interview, like, just as a segment, he is just moving from topic to topic to topic to topic, right? Because he doesn't. If he lets him talk a little too much, then it might actually convince some of the people who are going on or who are watching. And this is, let's see, this is the last.
The best you're going to get from a Fox News viewer out of that interview is, oh, I like him, but I still don't want him to win.
Yeah.
That's the best you're going to get out of a Fox News viewer.
Which is funny you bring that up.
Oh, I like that Muslim, but I still don't want him to win.
Right. And this is the last clip from the interview I have. And then I got a clip from Jesse Waters the next day, which is interesting that you said what a Fox News viewer would get from this.
But some of the stuff's just straight up wacky. You know, I don't know if that's going to fly in Michigan, but we're going to find out.
You know what's wacky?
We're going to find out.
We're going to find out. And you know what's wacky?
Yeah.
You know what's wacky, though?
Yeah.
Can I just tell you? You know you didn't ask me about?
What?
We got a president of the United States who cares more about the drapes in a ballroom that shouldn't be built than he cares about the war he just got us into, or that he cares about the affordability crisis. That seems to me to be a little bit wacky. So if we want to have a serious conversation about what Michiganders are feeling, I'd love to come back on and talk about getting money out of politics, put money in your pocket, passing Medicare for all.
Okay, we'll do it again.
I'm telling you, none of that is wacky, and that's what Michiganders want.
We'll do it again,
I look forward to it,
Abdul.
Jesse. It was a good conversation.
All right, thank you so much. But some of
So, again.
Just a couple of bros, right, Jesse? No, dude, he doesn't like you, bro. He doesn't like you, and he would fucking destroy you in a fight, by the way. Doel would fucking destroy you.
His arms? Are you kidding? One arm by time.
Dude, he's a laxer, man. He's a laxer.
So this is Jesse Waters yesterday, because the interview was on.
Going back to Jesse Waters. All right,
Monday.
we're going to the well. Here we go. Do it again.
Check it out. Check it out. This is on the 5. At the day after that interview, which I think was on Monday. So this is yesterday now.
In this case, I thought the interview was fine. Thought it was compelling. He's a confident guy, kind of a guy's guy, but I don't trust him. You know, I like him. I don't want to like him. I like him for some stupid reason, but he's not right for Michigan.
So not just Fox News viewers, but Fox News hosts themselves. I like him. I don't think he's right for Michigan, but he's not a bad guy.
Absolutely nailed it, dude. Wow, I am tired of being right all the time. Jesus Christ, that is hilarious. I had no idea that. Yeah, that's it. That's the best you can get. It's like I still don't want him to win because he's a fucking Muslim.
Yeah.
I don't care. I don't care if he's a bro. He's a very, no. I mean, look, Jesse
Well,
Waters.
actually, it's not even the
Jesse
Muslim
Waters,
thing, dude.
Let me explain something to you about Jesse Waters, because I know a lot of guys like this. Mm-hmm. They like to think they can get along with everyone if they try hard enough. They like to think they can get everyone to like them if they try hard enough. If they put their style and their skills to work, they can get everyone to like them. And it's like Jesse is like, okay, I'll be a little playful, have mutual respect, and it's like you guys are playing, and you're Jesse Waters tries to trivialize these very serious issues and turn it into a fucking game. And it's like, yeah, politics is the game, but the coverage of the politics shouldn't be a game. The coverage of the politics should be information dissemination. And instead, he makes these bad faith points like, oh, taxes, oh, yeah. Yeah, dude, we need taxes for things like the fire department, police department, military, social security, like all this shit. And Jesse Waters, is not that guy. He's not that guy. He wishes he was that talented, but he's not. He's talented. If he were a liberal, he wouldn't get past. If he were on the left, he wouldn't get past the casting department. Yeah. But because he's a conservative, he works. It's like the dumb blondes. It's like the dumb blondes on Fox News.
Yeah. I mean, dude, it really was just, we need a young dude to go out and do man on the street interviews who people aren't going to immediately recognize as a Fox News reporter in New York City, in Manhattan, and just ask questions.
Right.
Because Bill O'Reilly was fucking ripping off Jay Leno.
Right,
he was
I know.
ripping off someone else before Letterman.
Well,
actually.
yeah, I mean, yeah, everything's a ripoff, though. There's
Yeah.
nothing, everything's a ripoff. There's nothing
But
original
I'm
anymore.
talking about specifically doing man in the street interviews, editing it so that you get rid of anyone who answers like competently or correctly.
Right.
So you get just dumb answers, and you go, "Oh, what silly dumbasses don't know this question?" Blah blah blah. And he only works in that context. I've talked about, like, there's YouTube channels that I watch that's like a group of people, and as soon as that group starts to split up, I'm not going to watch all your individual channels. I think you just work better as a group, and that's it. And maybe I stop watching. Like, I think a lot of Fox, probably a lot of viewers left, especially after Tucker, but probably left after O'Reilly. Now,
Well,
I don't know.
OAN and Newsmax, dude, is taking off the psychos.
Absolutely.
Like, Fox News viewers are reasonable compared to the OAN and Newsmax.
They're grabbing them
watchers.
up. I mean, hell, Natalie Harp started as an OAN anchor, so we know how competent and rigorous their vetting process is. But so that's Abdul and Jesse Waters. I think he did a pretty good job on there. I saw a lot of people being like, "Why did he even go on Fox News in the first place?" Because
he needs coverage.
Because he needs coverage, and it's a clip economy. If I can go on there and I get some clips to go viral,
he did. Yeah,
and he did. And now the rest of the media he didn't want to fucking talk about him is forced to.
Yeah.
And that's the way it is.
Boy, he's a different kind of Muslim too, like you got Mamdani, who's like the more artistic vibe, and then you've got Abdul, who's like a real athletic vibe, and it's cool. It's like, it's really cool to see two different kinds of Muslims with different styles be such powerhouses on the left right now.
Yeah,
it's really,
it's great. I'm loving the diversity. There we got Melat Kiros in Colorado. We got Dara Liza and Claire Valdez here in New York.
And
Angie Nixon,
that's
in
huge.
Florida. Fingers crossed, knock wood. But yeah, I got a last segment here. We can go a little long because Lumen's not here. If you're down,
all right. I get a hard out at 5.
All right, so we could save it.
I'll
talk.
Go ahead and I'll bail out if I have something to say. I'll call. But I can do a couple of minutes after.
Let's fucking talk about Hassan, because fucking goddamn it, everybody's talking about him. I literally remember being on Leftist Mafia back in March, and the fucking title of the show was like, the media can't stop talking about Hassan. Now it's been months. This is now the midterm strategy for the Democrats and the Republicans, because they got nothing else to fucking talk about. Other than Republicans have two things. They got Hassan and trans people. Democrats only have Hassan and vague anti-Trump fucking rhetoric.
Right.
Here is CNN, because again, fucking wall-to-wall coverage, and something I haven't seen anybody else do until now, and I like this kind of report here.
Campaigns with the Hassan Piker. And also, can I just talk about that point real quick? Do you mind, Boris? Okay. This is what I don't understand about Democrats right now. So when Obama was running for president in 2008, he disavowed Reverend Wright, who said something to the effect of, about 9/11, it was America's chickens coming home to roost. The same parallel is with Hassan Piker, except now the Democratic Socialist candidates, because let's be real, El Sayed is, even though he doesn't claim to be socialist, the DSA is like, we approve, we love him. They're not disavowing him one bit, but they're not eschewing Hassan Piker. They're saying, he kind of hangs out with some of our candidates, and we're going to bless that indirectly.
So now I
That's
was
not a
respond
great.
to this. So now your argument is guilt by association. Is that correct?
No, you're known by the company you keep, and I'm saying
known by the company
Obama.
you keep.
Okay.
Nobody company you keep in guilt by
Same
association
thing.
is the
Same
same
thing.
fucking thing.
Same
Dumb
thing.
fucking idiot.
Nobody company you keep.
I want to finish this point.
I want to finish this point. You said known by the company you keep, right? So I have a really hard time when Republicans make this argument, because I happen to been following Donald Trump for the last 20 years. And so the company he keeps is dictators from around the country. It is from around the world. It is Jeffrey Epstein. It is crooks and criminals. It is Nick Fuentes having lunch with him. So you guys have the gall to talk to anybody about guilt by association?
Donald Trump, let's talk about exact parallels. Number one, is Donald Trump stumping with Nick Fuentes? Or
He
they
had
just
lunch
having
with
lunch.
Nick Fuentes.
Oh, he had a
Right.
he was at a table,
he was at a
and
table.
another
I don't know what
person
they're
showed
talking
up.
And there's
Oh,
video.
that-
And there's
oh, people
video.
just show
She's
up.
defending Trump.
People just show up at the lunch table.
Is that a problem for you? Are you okay
People
with that?
just show
Right?
up at the lunch table.
You okay with him partying with Epstein?
I am not
You're
going
not?
to relitigate this.
Oh,
stale
now you
story.
quiet. Now you not enunciate like you were enunciating before, but now you quiet.
I'm not, no. I'm just
Well,
not
come
going
on.
to this. There's no truth.
There's no
to
truth.
that.
Okay,
But why is to the video of him with
If I
Epstein?
could reclaim my time, if I could reclaim my time.
There's no reclaiming time.
For God's sakes, you thought Crossfire was bad with two idiots
horrible.
yelling at each other. It was 5.
Nobody's
come
yelling.
on.
Nobody's getting any insight offered.
Yeah, how fucking educational is this? But look, I remember when Donald Trump was the bad association. Do
Right.
you Republicans being asked, do you want to see Obama's birth certificate? Do you agree with Donald Trump that you should demand Obama's birth certificate? Also, let's bring up that blonde woman and her points about Reverend Wright. Who was the person who made that an issue? Hillary fucking Clinton.
Right.
Hillary Clinton's campaign is the one who made that an issue. And
Good
what did he
knowledge there. I
do?
forgot about that.
He did disavow it. And I didn't know because I was not really paying attention in 2008. But apparently, I'm taking her at her word that the thing that Reverend Wright said that was so offensive was chickens coming home to roost. And yes, that's called blowback. It's called you fucked over these fucking lunatics that you used as a proxy to fight the Russians in Afghanistan, Reagan. And then you cut off all arms and said, all right, good luck. Go fuck yourselves. We don't need you anymore. And they were like, all right, well, we're going to fucking plan for 10 years and come back and hit you hard. And they did. That's what it was. That's what it was. It's not fucking controversial. That's all. And to even make the comparison of Hassan Piker with anyone else is like ridiculous. Like, again, here's a Twitch streamer. So is Nick Fuentes, to be fair. I'll be devil's advocate. Nick Fuentes is also a streamer who is getting fucking money from somewhere because ain't no way he built that studio by himself. And is an asshole. He's just an asshole on the internet, and you can ignore him. But Donald Trump chose to have a meeting with him. I don't know who convinced him to do that.
Yeah, I don't know who how you can.
I would guess Donald Jr.
game.
or somebody.
But Hassan has just become his lightning rod, man. It's just like it's gonna get old talking about him because they're gonna fucking. I worry about his safety. I hope he has good security.
Me too, for sure.
Yeah.
Because I think both the Republican and really the Democratic Party wants him to go away. They want a Charlie Kirk. And it's not going to be a fucking stadium celebration funeral for him. It's going to be, thank God he's gone. And now we can get back to business of electing Hakeem as speaker and Nancy Pelosi as fucking president or whatever the fuck. I'm sorry, Deter, you got to jump.
No, it's all good. I got to jump, but don't wear it too hard, man. Don't wear it too hard.
I understand.
All right, thank you guys for watching. Never forget, you don't get change in America by asking nicely. Stick around for DAP. This guy's bright. All right.
Thank you,
Take
brother.
it easy. Yep.
Yeah, I'll see you next week or tomorrow on the space station if you can.
Yeah, I'll try and make that. All right. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. So yeah, I want to finish this segment about Hassan. It is ridiculous. I mean, again, compare him to association. Do you disavow any of the Republicans who were part of going to war in Iraq and the 1 million dead Iraqis? Do you disavow Stephen Miller? Do you disavow Pete Hegseth, who was covered in Nazi tattoos? Do you disavow people in the administration? Steve Bannon, fucking JD Vance, Peter Thiel, Elon Musk. Name them. Name what they did. Name what they said. Do you disavow? Do you disavow? Now, their answer is going to be no, because we don't apologize. That's their whole fucking ethos. We don't apologize. Apologizing is weak. To an extent, they're right. Abdul should not have said any kind of capitulation of what Hassan said was out of line. Hassan helped you fucking win, bitch. Hassan helped you fucking win. You defend him. I want every fucking Democrat, centrists down to fucking the most radical fucking motherfuckers going, leave this motherfucker alone. Leave him alone. He is not the issue. The issue is you are weak as a party. You want to stop DSA? Fucking implement the goddamn policies. Give people fucking material goddamn change in their lives, or it's going to fall apart. And we're going to take over. And I want us to take over. I want us to take over. And the only reason it's working now is because you aren't even pretending to fight. And Trump won in 2017, right after the election, in 2016, actually, right after the election, they said it's a it was Russia. They hacked the voting machines. Or even if they didn't, they put out messages on Facebook and it convinced people, blah, blah, blah. There was a organized fight, right? It was mainstream media. It was the Democratic Party as a whole organizing the march on Washington, the pink pussy hats. We all remember. It was the fucking every late night host coming after him, every fucking TV show. The reason my favorite show, South Park, mostly left Trump alone, they thought in 2015 when he started, it was a joke. So they made Mr. Garrison in one episode act like Trump, like he's running for president, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to build a wall. Because they thought it would be, oh, this is kind of funny for this week. And it's done. Little did they know he would be fucking actually a real contender in the primaries and then fucking win. So then they were stuck with Mr. Garrison being president for 4 years. And they touched on it and whatever, but they didn't want to focus on it. In 2024, it's undeniable. It's part of the culture. It is the culture. And they comment on the culture. So now they're going fucking hard. And a reason that they stated, I watch all the fucking behind the scenes stuff from South Park. They said everybody else is making fun of Trump. We want to be unique. We want to be something different. Everybody else is doing shows, parodies. Alec Baldwin is on fucking SNL every goddamn week. It's boring. It's hack. We want to do something else. They want to make it fun of other things. That's why. Now, no one else is doing it. No one else is doing it. Kimmel, Colbert, they're doing what they can, but Colbert's fucking fired. Kimmel's on thin ice. They're talking about revoking like ABC's news license or whatever the fuck. Which, like, go ahead, dude. I don't give a fuck. Make these fucking companies pay for getting in bed with you. Because that's what they did. If you don't tote the fucking line the way Donald wants you to tote it, you will be punished. So fucking do it, dude. Fuck Disney. Fuck Paramount is trying to buy Warner, right? It doesn't look like it's going to happen. So that's a blow against Trump. But like, that's courts. That's fucking business people making decisions. Like, we're going to lose money trying to get this through and blah, blah, blah. It's still capitalists making fucking decisions. And unelected fucking court people making decisions. Judges. Fuck that shit. All right. I got another clip here from the Bulwark podcast, which I understand is like former Republicans who are now like anti-Trump and blah, blah, blah. And now we're sort of Democrats. Yeah, Mr. Mouse is not going to like that one bit. I know. Mr. Mouse. This is the Bulwark podcast, and this was from today, I think. He had on Neera Tanden.
One thing that why we love each other.
Which is like
one reason why we love each other is because we're both posters at heart. Your Twitter energy, though, lately has been a little bit off of Susan Collins for my taste. I counted this morning 15 tweets about Hasan Piker since Sunday. A lot of attacking the left right now from you on the Twitter account when we have a big challenge ahead of us in November. And so,
yes, I think this is a really important thing to
that.
discuss. I actually appreciate the opportunity to talk about this because I want to make a distinction. And I've said this publicly. I said this to the New York Times like a month or two ago, which is we're like left candidates, even DSA aligned candidates win in swing states. Where DSA candidates win in.
She's really slurring her words, man. the accusation. She's not beating the fucking vodka accusations.
And blue cities, like that's a healthy thing for a party. It's okay for a Democratic broad tent to have very liberal candidates in very liberal parts of the country. And when people complain about this, I say to them, there are like some really cuckoo members in like MAGA parts of the country. And, like it's a big tent and we should be clear with that. My concern, and it's a genuine concern, is that Hassan Piker is noxious to the brand of the Democratic Party in swing states and swing districts. And I'm always for a big tent, but big tents have tent poles. And tent pole for me is we should be against racism, sexism, homophobia, Islamophobia, anti-Semitism.
What about strategy?
I want to take this moment to say I agree with Neera Tanden. I know, it's crazy. A big tent needs tent poles. And those tent poles that she mentioned are not incorrect. Should be anti-racist, should be against anti-Semitism, against Islamophobia, against homophobia. You know what you need to do? You need to be working class. You need to embrace the working class, help the working class. Because you know who is the working class? Gay people, black people, Muslim people, Jewish people. Every kind of person I can name. Making a list, every single person, every demographic. That's the working class. Being anti-racist is helping the working class. Okay? She's got it right there. But Hassan Piker is none of those things. This is also slanderous defamation. He's got a lot of fucking lawsuits he can levy. She is saying he is all of those things. He is not Nick Fuentes. He is not Matt Walsh. He is not Ben Shapiro. He is not Nick Fuentes. He is not, name a Republican. Fucking Ann Coulter. Bill Maher, Joe Manchin, John Fetterman. I'd argue Neera Tanden. Like, he is none of those people. And yeah, I agree with a big tent, but the big tent needs tent poles. And if you don't want to help hold up one of those tent poles, then get the fuck out of the tent. Go join a fucking third party with Tucker Carlson, or go join the Republicans. You're not fucking helping, Neera.
I'm talking about strategy. Like Abdul won 15 tweets about Piker this week. Feels like a lot. Like Abdul won, and I've got things that I could nitpick Abdul about, but like he's not campaigning with the Sun anymore. Like that was in the past, and again, so like why keep talking about it? It's like not that helpful. It doesn't feel. Like.
Oh, I see what you're saying. I feel like I have tried to be clear that it's good. It's a good thing that he's moved off of Piker. And I've said multiple times I would support Abdul Saeed. I think this is a good step. A lot of people looked at his statement and said, oh, it's not enough. Abdul Saeed's statement, it's not enough. I think this is a good step. You can't, like, it's good when people do stuff you want them to do. That's great. But I'll tweet less if you'd like.
No, I like.
That's a key fucking phrase. When people do stuff you want them to do, that's great. Now, sure, I agree with that. When politicians vote the way I want them to, I'm happy with that. When they don't, I'm mad at that. Because politicians are fucking tools. They are fucking tools of the fucking establishment. No matter who they are. AOC to fucking Nancy Pelosi. You are tools of the establishment. We want our tools to be working for us. That's it. That's it. And, to go back to that CNN clip, that woman said, Abdul calls himself a capitalist. He says he's not part of DSA, but he's really a socialist. Like, they endorse him. Hassan Piker endorses him. They're gonna call you a communist no matter fucking what. They called Bill Clinton a communist. They called Barack Obama a communist. They call fucking Joe Biden a communist. Republicans call anyone who's not lockstep with them a rhino, right? Republican in name only. We also have that for Democrats, Dino, Democrat name only. We got to start using Dino a lot more, I think. A lot more. Because Neera Tanden and this dude from the Bulwark are Democrats in name only. You do not believe the core tenets of the Democratic Party. The Democratic Party, the foundation of the modern Democratic Party is fucking FDR, dude. You don't believe in anything he fucking did, except maybe discriminating against minorities. Maybe you kind of agree with that because you fucking hate Muslims. But other than that, you are not Democrats. DSA is closer to what Democrats actually are. Or at least what Democrats have been fucking dude, I live in New York. I've been going to progressive fucking schools my whole life. Both my parents are Democrats. The shit they told me they care about, the shit they told me Democrats fight for, Republicans are against, Republicans are racist, they're this, they're that. Y'all are fucking like, oh, you don't believe any of this. You're not actually fighting for any of this. Women's rights, the right to vote, workers' rights. Where show me where you fought for any of these things. In Clinton, in Obama, in Biden. You fought for corporate interests. You've been doing that since Reagan because you thought, well, Reagan kind of figured out the strategy. It's cater to the donors, cater to the big money. And Republicans have no problem with that because they are the fucking big money. But Democrats have to, we got to punch our hippies. We got to make sure we distance ourselves. We don't want to be called Governor Moonbeam or whatever the fuck. Here is Gretchen Whitmer and Gavin Newsom, two governors chatting it up like regular folks at a diner with two podcast microphones, like normal people. Talking about DSA.
Whole DSA thing. I'm from San Francisco.
Yeah.
It was called the Green Party back when it was the Green Party.
No, it wasn't. It was always different, but go ahead.
It was progressives and the old sort of progressive, the original progressive thing, sort of early Howard Dean. Right now, it seems as if it's, it's more novel. It's exploded on the scene. It's become. What do you make of all this? I mean, even outside of just your own Senate campaign here that we just had, but what do you make of the larger macro? What's going on?
I think there definitely is a broader debate in the people who identify as Democrats, right? And they're identifying themselves differently. I think the right has really grabbed onto it because they know if you say socialist and communist, that it scares people. Yes, we want to get more people covered with health care. Absolutely. We want to help bring down the cost of things. I don't want chaotic tariff policies that make Michiganders' lives more expensive and harder. I don't want to be at a verbal war and trade war with Canada, for God's sake. That makes it harder to make a dime here in Michigan. I mean, I think that there are so many things that we all agree on. The ability for some to use that title, right, to kind of scare people away from us it's problematic. But I do think that there are younger people who are coming in who see the world differently, who have got a different lived experience, and that are really having an impact on.
So Newsom was clearly looking for these crazies, like they're never gonna win, and blah 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 blah. But Whitmer's like, look, they're bringing energy into the party. They're challenging people, like. We all want the same thing. We want healthcare. We want this. She's only worried about the label. Now, I'll tell you, Gretchen, I don't give a fuck about the label communist, socialist. I don't care. I don't think people my age and slightly older, and definitely my age and younger, give a fuck. We didn't grow up in the 70s or the 60s or the 50s. However old these two are. We didn't grow up then when every fucking thing was commies are bad, commies are bad, commies are bad. Hitler was basically a commie. Stalin and Hitler, Russia, the thing that actually fucking won World War II and liberated the concentration camps. They were the same, actually. They were the same thing. That was the biggest conflation ever, dude. The Red Scare of the 50s. Joe McCarthy. They're doing McCarthyism again. They're trying to bring it back because they're nostalgic for it. They miss it. They love it. It's their childhoods. But it's not our childhoods. It's like, matter of fact, dude, I talk about movies, music, TV, video games. Well, the fucking He-Man movie came out this year, okay? They made a He-Man movie. And I haven't seen it yet. I'm going to watch it because I heard good things. But I didn't grow up with He-Man. I did not grow up with He-Man. And anybody younger than me definitely didn't grow up with He-Man. So this nostalgia is for people older than me bringing their kids. And it just wasn't there. The movie bombed. Okay? The people older than me being like, oh my God, you got to be careful about communists and socialists. No, I don't care, Grandpa. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. Just like I don't give a fuck about He-Man, I also didn't give a fuck about the word communist or socialist. I can read, okay? I can read, and so I can myself go to the DSA program.dsausa.org, read the platform. If I have any questions, and go, oh, what does freedom to flourish mean? What is democracy for all? It's abolishing the Senate. That sounds scary. Abolishing the presidency. That sounds scary. I could just click on it and find out what it means. Economic democracy. Establish public ownership of largest corporations. Democratic Congress. Replace the two-party system with a multi-party democracy. Expand the House of Representatives. Implement proportional representation and ranked choice voting in all elections and abolish the Senate. Want to find out about abolishing the Senate? You can read further. But you should be able to read. And that is also something that Republicans fucking hate, when people can read. And I think the Democratic establishment as well. They hate when people can read. Hell, President Biden, his whole thing was like, I'm one of the first presidents who didn't go to Harvard or any of the Ivy League schools. I'm also one of the first presidents who's not like a millionaire or comes from money. He was like the working class president of this generation, right? Because every other president has been from Ivy League, which means they came from some kind of privilege. I don't care what Obama's backstory is. You went to fucking, I don't know where he went, Yale, Harvard, one of those fucking schools. You had some kind of fucking privilege to be able to study enough to get into that fucking school. We need a working class politics. And this shit ain't it. It ain't. Now I got one last clip. And it's interesting. I don't know what she says. I've seen her come across my feed a few times. And I'm kind of interested to what she says here. This is Tabitha Speaks. Tabitha Speaks Politics. She's got almost 500,000 subscribers on YouTube. Let's see what she has to say.
By the party line, okay? You can't be.
This is when Hassan was saying, "Hey, whoever wins, like in Wisconsin, Francesca Hong lost, the progressive lost, and David Crowley's running for governor now. Francesca Hong immediately endorsed Crowley. In Michigan, same night or the week before, Michigan for Senate, Abdul El-Sayed, the progressive, won. Haley Stevens, the centrist, lost. She immediately endorsed El-Sayed. And here's him pleading for everyone to act like that and go, yeah, we have to beat the fascists. That's the fucking important thing. And this is the clip that she's playing here.
Out here doing that. You can't be out here saying like, oh, I'm a centrist Democrat and I think Abdul is a bridge too far. That must be punished, okay? If there's one Marxist-Leninist doctrine that the Democratic Party should deploy, it's that, okay? Follow the party line. Sure, we'll have robust democracy, a robust democratic back and forth internally within the party. But once it's over, once the winner is declared, no more factionalism. It's over. Abide by the party line.
Bitch, I know you are lying.
So this is Tabitha Speaks. Let's see what she says about this.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. If you've come across the video and are not subscribed to the channel, go ahead and click that subscribe button. That was Hassan Piker saying that now that the primary is over, we must fall in line and abide by the party line, meaning vote for and support the Democratic candidate. Now,
first of all, as a fucking filmmaker, I'm sorry. I hate the way people fucking film these things. I could see you hitting the fucking stop record button. Edit that out. Edit it out. You're editing anyway. What is this? Sorry.
It's abide by the party line. None of that mattered when the black woman was running for president against fascism. Abiding by the party didn't matter then. And for all the time that Hassan Piker has been doing political commentary.
Now, I have to assume Tabitha does not know that Hassan Piker said, yeah, you should vote for Kamala Harris. You know, he did not say, I enthusiastically endorse Kamala Harris. He said Trump was going to be worse with Israel. Trump is going to be worse in general for the people of the country, for the people outside the country, for the world. Trump's going to be way worse than Kamala Harris. He believes in lesser evil voting. I think Tabitha, good faith, Tabitha probably doesn't know that because she probably doesn't watch the song. She's probably seen just the clips that have been circulating recently that are mostly provided by motherfuckers like Destiny and fucking Hutch and whatever these fucking idiots are called.
He has denigrated and disrespected the Democrats. He has spoken out against the Democrats.
So what is your solution, Tabitha? Is it don't vote for Democrats? Don't vote for Democrats.
But now that one of his candidates has won the primary, now we have to abide by the party line. Now,
one of his candidates? Like he's choosing the candidates. No, he endorsed them. He interviewed them. He campaigned with them. It's not his candidate. He also, again, endorsed Joe Biden, Kamala Harris, Hillary Clinton in 2016. Like, what is this? You don't know what you're talking about.
Fascistic government is coming after him because of the trip he chose to take to Cuba. Now we all must come together to beat Republicans. We all must unify now. But baby, it doesn't stop there. He also had the unmitigated gall to say this to Democrats.
I know we don't always see eye to eye on a lot of stuff, but you have to literally, at some point, I know you don't want to do this, defend me. And not because you love what I have to say, not because I'm a part of this coalition, even though I am, whether you like it or not, but you are going to inevitably have to say, this is a ridiculous conversation that we're having because the real conversation that Republicans don't want to have is the cost of living crisis. That requires you, at some point, to basically take the L a little bit, okay? And maybe be a little bit more honest about how I'm not this dangerous, toxic, radical force. I'm not expecting you to defend clips out of context or anything like that. I'm not even expecting you to defend some of these statements at all. I think you should probably attack the form. You should attack the form. You should attack the function. You should probably attack the very reason as to why Republicans have made this or trying to make this a salient line of attack instead of just allowing the Republicans to consistently make this the number one fucking issue. Because every moment that the Republicans are talking about this and you're leaning into it is a fucking another moment where you're not talking about the issues, and it will actually become a salient narrative, and it will be
Awful.
Defend him. He wants Democrats to defend him. Bitch, I wish the I would. That's not just going to be a no. That's going to be a hell no. Now listen, I don't identify as a Democrat. I vote Democrat. I don't identify as Democrat because if Republicans were stepping up to the plate, I would most certainly vote for Republicans. But
stepping up to the plate, how? I want to know her issues, man. I don't identify as a Democrat either, but I'm a registered Democrat so that I can vote in the primaries and push it as far left as one vote can. That's what I do.
Republicans are racist sons of bitches. They are racist POSs.
You know who else can be racist? Democrats. You know who's a racist? Joe Biden, author of the 94 crime bill, locked up, fucking accelerated the already stacked against black people criminal justice system in this country. Joe Biden is a fucking racist. And you're cool with that. Hillary Clinton's a fucking racist. Oh, Obama, Hussein Obama. Is he even born here? She didn't even fucking disagree with Trump's fucking birtherism because it would have helped her in the primary. Trump was at Chelsea's wedding. So was Ghislaine Maxwell. But yeah, Hillary Clinton and Bill Clinton are fucking racists. Joe Biden's a fucking racist. Joe Manchin's a fucking racist. John Fetterman's a fucking racist. There's lots of fucking racists in the Democratic Party who identify as Democrats. And she's got racist tears on her mug. Whose tears are those? Biden's or Trump's? Can't tell. They're both racist.
Are racist POSs that want to harm the black community.
Also, why are you saying POS after you started the video saying, I know you fucking lying? Bitch, I know you fucking lying. You won't say shit? Like, what? I don't understand people's delineation between which curse words they'll say or won't. I don't know. This is just weird to me.
Vote for Republicans. I vote Democrat. But I wish the fuck I would use my voice, my platform, my energy to defend a person that said this.
I don't know what black people care about. Oh, black people care about this, black people care about that. Like, shut the f up. That's not how politics works. Oh, well, Hassan, how dare you? Like it or not, black people care about this issue. It's like, it's such a stupid stance. Any other black folk want to engage in radical activist language in this chat? Suck my cock. Yes, dude, it's because I'm racist. That's why. It's because I'm racist, dude. Go back to a better time.
Dude, this is the same clip that Scott Jennings was reacting to and saying, oh, Hassan said all these things, where he's clearly reading chat. He's clearly reacting to what somebody had said. He had two brain cells to rub together. Now, Scott Jennings, I know, is being disingenuous. Her, I gotta assume either she knows or she's an idiot. And again, I've only come across her recently, been getting recommended her videos, and was like, okay, I'll watch this. I'll give it a shot, you know. And then I saw a different video from Cam James, who I know Hank of Winners and Losers helped him with some clips for his TYT video. It was a video about black grifters, and her face popped up, and I was like, I've been seeing that face recently, recommended to me. Interesting. Let me go on her channel and investigate a little further, and then lo and behold, this video popped up, and I wanted to share with y'all.
Lynchings were happening. This is what I like as a black man. Are you always doing too much with black people? Leave them alone. I want to go back to lynching. Like, I get it, but relax, man. Shut the f up, okay? God damn. You got me, okay? You got me, because I'm a racist person.
Yeah, I don't identify as Democrat. I identify as Black woman American. That's how I identify. But I vote Democrat, and I support Democrats. And as a voter for Democrats and a supporter of Democrats, it's going to be not just a no. It's going to be a hell no. Period.
All right. So I don't even get her argument here. Hold on. Poonie, come here. Look, Mr. Pune also wants to know. Now, Mr. Poon is a racist. He's a violent, virulent racist. Okay. He's a member of the IDF. It's a shame. It's a shame. He agrees with her. So I'm a little confused, right? Because it's a black woman and he's a violent racist. But he's agreeing. She is agreeing with the line of attack coming from Even Donald Trump has kind of mentioned it too. But all from Trump all the way down, every single Republican in the country, she agrees Hassan Piker is a dangerous radical who should be fucking put in a camp or deported to Turkey or whatever, arrested, killed, whatever. She agrees. She agrees with Chuck Schumer, Nancy Pelosi, Neera Tanden, these people who have been hurting Joe Biden, hurting the Democratic Party, hurting the workers of this country, hurting the working class, hurting the poor, hurting the people, the majority of the fucking citizens and non-citizens and people within the borders of this country. She agrees with all those people because she doesn't like this streamer guy. What is your plan, Tabitha? You didn't even say, hey, the people who watch me who are in Michigan, don't vote for Abdul or do vote for Abdul or whatever. She didn't even say like what her prescription is. What is your position, Tabitha? Is it, and this is a question to all Democrats, is your position that anyone who Hassan Piker endorses or the DSA endorses is we should just give up that seat to a Republican? Just, whoops, we lost the primary. Everyone take your bag and go home. Nobody vote for that person. Only vote for our centrist candidates that Chuck Schumer endorses or Cory Booker endorses or Hakeem Jeffrey endorses. That seems to be that seems to be what they are not saying out loud, but what they mean. Because again, I will point you to that CNN clip. They are calling Abdul a socialist, even though he says, I am a capitalist, which I don't like, right? I don't even identify as a socialist, but I ain't no fucking capitalist because I don't have capital. Nobody has fucking capital. Who's fucking talking about this shit? Unless you're like Elon Musk and you own companies, you own factories. All right. It is a ridiculous thing that the strategy for both parties in this fucking midterm seem to be talking about a goddamn streamer and nothing else. And that is why Tabitha, Hakeem, Richie Torres, Chuck Schumer, Cory Booker, you are losing popularity. You are losing primary elections. You are losing power to an organization that I assume, I don't know what's been going on in DSA. I just joined. I'm brand new. Okay, I got my little pin. I don't know what they've been doing since their inception. But from what I understand, it's been meetings. It's been praying to God they can get a city council seat here and there or a school board seat. Small potatoes. And now suddenly you're being invited on CNN. You're being invited on Fox News. Because now you're a national story. Now they can't ignore you anymore because you keep rising in numbers because they seem to be the only ones fucking fighting for anything. And it's their own goddamn fault. It's their own fault for not doing anything to help people. And it's their own goddamn fault for making it a mayoral election in New York a national fucking story last year. You did this. You did this, Democrats. You did this. Fuck Democrats. Mainstream media, who Republicans always like conflate with the Democratic Party. I want to be purposeful and say they are separate things. They might agree. They might have dinner together and, just like on Fox News, hosts go work in the administration, and then when that administration's over, they come back and be hosts on Fox News. Same thing on MSNBC, right? Jen Psaki, fucking Nicole Wallace, who actually worked for Bush, fucking Bill Kristol, who worked for Bush, Jennifer Rubin, who worked for Bush, who worked for the New York Times, but advocated for Bush. It's your fucking fault. It's your fault. You freaked out about Zoran Mumbai. You freaked out about the ranked choice. You thought the ranked choice would split the vote like it did in 2021. The first time I voted, right? For mayor. Split. There was 2 candidates who were progressives, actually 3 candidates, but one of them was running on the Socialist Party line. There was 2 people running for Democrat, and Maya Wiley and someone else, and I forget who the other person was, but it split the vote, and Eric Adams won. They learned from that, and the next time, when it was going to be Cuomo, they were like, okay, we're going to line up. We're going to all fucking make this video together. We're all cross-endorsing each other. Make sure you rank all 5 of us. Do not rank Cuomo. Lindsey Boylan, friend of the channel, was instrumental in pumping out that message. A lot of New York officials and social media people pumped out that message. Make sure to rank all 5 of these candidates or leave it blank. And do not rank Cuomo no matter what. And it worked. And Zoran came out on top. So they all endorsed Zoran. They all fell in line. Brad Lander. It was fantastic. They made it a national story because Democrats wanted some kind of win. And I think national Democrats and the mainstream news didn't really give a fuck about the harassment that Cuomo engaged in against Lindsey Boylan and other women. And they didn't really care about the nursing home scandal either. They're mad he wasn't the candidate in 2024. Or in 2020, rather, when he was trying to be the candidate. They refused to take the L, Corvid. Exactly. They refused to take the L. So we had to give it to them. They wouldn't take it, so we had to shove it down their fucking throats. And they made it a national story. And then what happened? During the debate, which is now it's a national story for months before the primary. Then the primary, Zoran's the guy. Now Cuomo's running as an independent. Adams isn't even the guy anymore. He dropped out. And they're running against each other. And Curtis Sliwa, the Republican, the most rational Republican in the fucking country, by the way. And Cuomo, at the debate, the nationally televised, most paid attention to news story at the time, because the news can't focus on more than one thing at once, said the words Hassan Piker. They said his name. Spiked interest. Kept talking about the DSA. They're socialists. He's a socialist. He's a Muslim, socialist, Muslim, communist. Spiked enrollment in the DSA. Then after the win, after he beat his ass, and we shoved that fucking L down Andrew Cuomo's goddamn fucking rapist fucking throat, DSA membership kept going up. But Hassan Piker leveled out. Wasn't a national story. Didn't talk about him that much. Talked about him like that week of the debate. But not much after that. Until February, March of this year, when Effie Phillips Staley, a upstate Democratic candidate, progressive, went on Hassan Piker's show, and they freaked out. They freaked out. And the upstate Democratic Party chairs collaborated, wrote a memo, published it, said, hey, we denounce you for going on Hassan Piker's show. He is a bad person. We denounce anybody associating with him. Do not associate with Hassan Piker. We're loudly saying the name Hassan Piker. And that made him a national figure. That made him a national story that they haven't stopped fucking talking about for going on, 5-6 months now? And it doesn't seem like it's going to fucking end anytime soon either. So now DSA is still getting more enrollment. See the pin. I'm enrolled. You should be too. You can get a waiver if you don't want to pay dues. You can't afford dues. That's fine. Phone bank for these candidates. Okay? Canvas for these candidates. Give money to these candidates if you got a couple dollars. Show the establishment they don't control the fucking party anymore. That is fucking ours. You want to make Hassan a national figure? Fine. Make Kyle Kalinske a national figure. Crystal Ball, use your connections. Go on MSNBC again. Collaborate with Joy Reid and Wajid Ali and Mehdi Hassan, all of whom got kicked off of MSNBC or left of their own volition. And use your connection and say, hey, make some fucking noise so they can't fucking ignore you. You got fucking juice. Sam Cedar, Emma Vigeland, you're going on CNN and MSNBC. Use your juice. Get on more. Push for a show. Try to get a show on there. We need more voices. Because so long as they have one target, they think they can take that target out and it'll kill the whole movement. But it won't. We need to show there's more of us than there are of them. Yeah, I saw Wanda that Hassan was on the show, interviewed by Wajid. It was good. Although Wajid just kept playing clips and didn't really ask that many questions. But fine, make him a fucking national figure. I don't give a fuck. All right, thank God it's not Vosh. Thank God it's not Destiny or any of those other fucking weirdo fucking Twitch people. Hassan's weird too. Hassan does weird shit. All right? So do I. I play video games. I talk about movies. But at least I'm using what little fucking voice I have to push for something, to help out. Again, dude, if you're going to vote, you're one out of hundreds of thousands in your state, millions in your state. If you don't feel like voting matters, okay. But you know what does? Calling people and telling them to vote. Because then you could actually maybe affect more than just you, more than just your vote. Anyways, folks, that's going to be the show. I went on way too fucking long. But I love y'all. I love y'all. That's going to be the end of the stream for this space today. I thank you. I am back. I'll be on tomorrow for the space station. I got another album review coming out tomorrow. I've been doing a lot of album reviews this week. I'll show you, actually. Last thing before I get out of here. So when I got back, I did a review to Rhapsody's God Got an Afro and Gold Hoops. Great album. Yesterday, did a reaction to fellow YouTuber, but also rapper, Jasana Maru's album, A Million Hearts. And I'm actually going to be interviewing him tomorrow. Fingers crossed, knock wood. Schedule works out. And today, before jumping on here, I reacted to Denzel Curry's album called, I think it's called 2. It's just I, like Roman numerals. And that was fun. That was a fun album. So go check those out. Also check out all my other videos. Spider-Man review. A lot of album reviews. My interview with Socialist Adri, who clips Hassan. My Odyssey review. I have trailer reaction for Doomsday. Lots of trailer reactions. But yes, folks, that is what I do. And I also do this because I care about this country. I care about my city. I care about my fucking life and the life of my family, my dog. I want us to have a fucking house. I want us to have fucking well-paying jobs. I want us to be able to afford to go on vacation. That's not just us house sitting for in-laws. I want us to be able to go to the Bahamas. Yes. Fucking sue me. I want everybody to be able to go on vacation. I want everybody to fucking do their passion without having to worry about a wage. All right. I love y'all. Take care. Nick, I'm going to end the stream. I just got to hit end stream, right? Yeah. Tune in tomorrow, baby.